Hello again, my name's John. I'm a retired cook from the northeast of England in the UK, and welcome to another one of my cake videos. And in this one I'll show you how we make another one of our customers' all-time favourites, and it's these amazing banana and pecan muffins. They're soft, they're light and absolutely delicious. And the beauty about these muffins is they're very quick and easy to make. In the spring and summer months we serve these with whipped cream or ice cream, and in the colder autumn and winter months we serve them with piping hot vanilla custard. Absolutely delicious. You can view the ingredients list and full written method for this recipe on the recipe page on the channel's website. I'll leave a link in the description under the video, or you can click on the eye icon top right of the screen to take you directly to the recipe page. I'd also like to thank my Patreon, PayPal and Super Thanks supporters for their very kind help in producing these tutorial videos. I'll be giving you all a name splash and shout out a little later in the video. Right, let's get on with today's recipe. Using a fork, start the recipe by mashing up 2 medium-sized ripe bananas. The more ripe your bananas are, the more flavour and sweeter the finished muffins will be. This banana muffin recipe is great for using up ripe bananas that might otherwise go in the bin. And if you want to use the exact weight of bananas that I'm using in the video, the total weight of just the mashed bananas, no skin, is 260 grams, that's 9 ounces. One more ingredient that needs prepping in this recipe is the pecan nuts. You can also use walnuts if you prefer. You'll need 2 batches of the nuts, 55 grams to be chopped and 24 whole nuts to decorate the tops of the muffins. I'll start by chopping the 50 grams of nuts. And if you're interested, and for safety reasons, I've added these pairs of cut-resistant gloves to the store. And these gloves give me peace of mind when I'm using my very sharp knives. And obviously you still have to be careful, even with the gloves on, but they do reduce the risk of personal injury significantly. And to protect the gloves and keep them clean and free from contamination, especially when cutting meat, I use these food and medical grade disposable gloves over the top of the safety gloves. And these are also available. Alright, now I can start chopping the nuts confidently. Use your own judgment on how small or large you want yours. I prefer a bit of both. Okay, that's the nuts done. I'll set those aside until needed. Before going any further, preheat your oven to 190 Celsius, that's 375 Fahrenheit, or gas mark 5. Okay, on to making the batter. I'll start by sifting the dry ingredients into a large bowl. So get yourself a fine sieve and place it on top of the bowl. Now I'm using self-raising flour, which already contains some baking powder, but if you're using plain or all-purpose flour, you need to add an extra 2 teaspoons of baking powder to the recipe, making a total of 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Now get the flour into the sieve. Next, add your caster sugar to the sieve. And now I'll add the 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Don't forget, if you're using plain or all-purpose, you need 3 teaspoons. Next to go in is the 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, and that's simply our posh name for baking soda. Now add your 1/4 teaspoon of salt. The final dry ingredient is a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon and a 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. And if you can't find a nutmeg, just use a full teaspoon of cinnamon. Now gently tap that through the sieve. If there are any lumps, just push them through with your fingers. You always know when you're using self-raising flour, you get this dusty cloud. Using a spatula, form a well in the centre of the dry ingredients. Right, time to add the wet ingredients, starting with the beaten eggs. Once the eggs are in, you can add your 3 tablespoons of milk. And the next to go in is the 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Time to add the melted butter. All I did with this is microwave it for a few seconds at a time on full power until it completely melts. When you add this to the butter, make sure the butter has cooled down. Don't add it hot. And the final wet ingredient to add is your mashed bananas. Okay, using your spatula again, very gently fold it all together. Don't go whisking this fast or you'll end up with heavy and dense muffins. As soon as it all comes together, you can fold in the chopped nuts. Once again, very gently. Now let it rest for 5 minutes. And this is another great use for your shower caps. Okay, time's up on that rest period. And while I was waiting, I've lined a 12-cup muffin tray with 12 paper muffin cases. Right, on to filling the cups with the batter. Now using a large tablespoon, I'll equally divide the batter between them. I found that the most accurate way to do this is to put 1 spoonful in each cup at first, then divide the remainder between the 12 cups. There's no rush with this, the butter's not going to spoil in any way, but do try to get them all equal. And there you go, nice clean bowl. Once all 12 cups have the batter in, you can add 2 whole nuts to each cup. Try to overlap them slightly as shown, that way they should stay together as the muffin rises in the oven instead of drifting apart. Oh, that sounded quite romantic. Oh no, I've got one too many. I wonder what I can do with it. Now that reminded me of our staff motto, kitchen pickers, wear big knickers. Right, time to get them into the preheated oven. Once they're in the oven, set your timer for 20 minutes. And here's a really cool time-lapse shot of them rising in the oven. Okay, time's up. And they're looking fantastic. And the aroma is even better. There's only one way you'll experience that, guys, and that's to make these yourself. It's so easy. Now get the hot tray onto one of 2 wire racks. And while they're still hot, carefully lift them out and place them onto the other wire rack. Right, I'll just let them sit on that wire rack for about 20 minutes, and when I come back I'll show you what they're like on the inside and of course have a taste. And while those are cooling, I hope you don't mind if I give my 4 recipe books a quick shout out. The books have lots of our favourite recipes from our work kitchens in them, and also book 4 in this series is totally dedicated to bread recipes. Also, the skeleton style oven gloves, now supporting our company name, are also available too. Just check out the link in the description box to our website store if you're interested in any of these items. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes and it's time to see how we did. They are still a little tender, but the inside looks and feels so soft and light. I find these are much better the next day. And FYI, they freeze very well too. So I'll go straight in for a taste. And just as I knew they would be, they're soft, they're moist, they're light and absolutely delicious. With the odd satisfying crunch of the nuts. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Everyone should have a great muffin recipe, and they don't come any better or easier to make than these little beauties. Banana muffins should be in everyone's repertoire. Massive thumbs up for these guys. And as promised at the beginning of the video, here is the latest list of my Patreon, PayPal and Super Thank You button supporters. And they are Ian Browninger, Colin White, QWYRDO, Lily De Silva, Clan Redhead, Jens K 3250, Dawn C 1419, Roderick Campbell 2105, Rowan Arros 5436, Miss Kate Skell, Voyager 8195, and finally a big congratulations on the engagement of Gemma and Luke. Good luck guys. Thanks very much everyone, I really do appreciate all that you do in supporting the channel. Well, thank you again for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe by hitting the circle above. If you do subscribe, activate the bell icon next to the subscribe button on my channel page. And by doing that, you'll be automatically notified every time I upload a new video. And in the meantime, here's a few of my other videos and playlists that you may want to watch. So, until the next time, be safe in your kitchen and bye for now.